Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the Kalour 520 pencils. I can't believe I'm doing this again. I bought these, well, I knew they were going to happen, so I swatched the 300 something set. I think it was just 300. And then they released the 520, as we all saw coming, because they kept releasing in increments that just said, hey, we're going to do this to you. So it came in this monster tin. I did a full unboxing and swatching on a live stream. I will leave a link in the description below, maybe even card it up here if I remember, and it'll be at the end screen. So here's the deal. I was going to sit here and do a full review of these pencils, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was coloring with these, and I did, of course, swatch all of these, and I have a few things. One, I've got the 300 set to review pencil quality. So today I am just going to talk about 520 and whether you need this set. You want the short answer? No. Nobody needs this. Nobody needs this. Nobody needs the 520 Brut Fooners. No. Okay, nobody. All right, well, let me rephrase. If you're on a tight budget and you have 0 colored pencils in your collection, 0, then yeah, roll with it. Because it's like $120 something. You get 520 flippin' pencils, and you get so many colors that, well, you run out, you're going to have one that's really close to it. I was going to sit here and put these in color order, and then I remembered that someone who has more patience than me on Etsy will do this eventually anyway for you guys. But I can already tell you that there is going to be a lot of repetitive colors, and there's special sets of pastel, and all those are not in here, but, and a big, disclaimer on that. While the color name and number is not in here specifically, the color is, because they have a ton of pastel colors in here that match up with their macaroon pencils. It's just a different name, different number, because you cannot create over 600 unique colors. You just, eventually you get close enough. So if you don't have those pastel sets and you bought this, you would have plenty of pastel colors. I mean, look at, hi, pastels, pastels, some pastels up here, pastels here, a whole flippin' area of blue pastels. I mean, look at how close those are. You could just like go for days on that. More pastels mixed in here. Yeah, this is the swatch chart it came with, by the way. You got some more pastels. So, even though they say they're not in here, they are. Because you have the outrageous amount of overlap within this set. It's just impossible to have that many unique colors. So, if you have absolutely no pencils, then sure, I would say this is great for the price. I mean, you're getting a ton of pencils for very cheap. But if you already have colored pencil sets, this honestly makes no sense to buy. You'll have 520 not artist grade pencils. These are going to be more for the beginner scale. So if you already like Prismacolor or something higher end, you really shouldn't be wasting your money here. These would be fine if you just want a huge set that's like your throwaway set, to practice with and whatnot. However, when I went to color with these, I actually found that I do not like to use these. And I will get into more depth on that when I do a review of the 300 count set. And the reason for that is, if you're going to spend your money on a big set of pencils, I honestly would say purchase the 300 set over the 520 set, simply because there are way too many repeats, and you are also paying for extra crappy fluorescent colors because they added more neons And, you know, from this compared to the 300 set, and they are the worst pencils I have ever encountered in my life. And that's saying something, because I have a lot of pencils and I've tried a lot of pencils, but their neons are just something else entirely. So you're paying for even more neon colored pencils that you just can't use. Now, I do love their metallics. I find their metallics soft, glittery, sparkly. It's the best metallic I've ever had. I bought their separate set of metallic pencils. But when it comes to this set specifically, I wanted to just hop on and let you all know that I'm not going to do a full review of the 520, because the simple answer is you don't need this set. You really don't. Unless you literally have no pencils and you're okay having a ton of pencils that are almost the exact same colors. I mean, look at this. Those might as well be the same color. Those really are, I swear, the same color. Look at that. I don't see a difference. Do you? So you're just kind of repeating colors. Now the 300 set also repeats, but it doesn't add on more repeats and more crappy fluorescence, and it also doesn't add a ton more metallics, because you may not need that many metallics. Also, if you do buy this set, the chart itself comes in numerical order. The pencils come in some sort of color family order, none of which match up, so it takes twice as long to swatch them. So good luck to you if you do decide to buy it. Now, would I buy this or the Brut 520 pencils? I would buy the Brut 520. I know, probably didn't see that one coming. Maybe you did. Here's why. I found more scratchy pencils and more pencils that when I went to go color with them in a Teresa Goodrich book, a Clara Markova book, and I even worked in a little bit of Johanna Basford, I found a lot of scratchiness with these. Whereas my Brut 520 pencils, I did not. Again, the Brut 520 pencils, I have a whole review on that you can watch. They have repetitive colors too. You just can't have that many unique colors. They're going to be super close. But the benefit is, hey, I run out of this green, I could use this one and no one's going to notice because they're that close to one another. But the 520 Brut were softer, blended easier. I didn't get any scratchy or weird defects. So yeah, I don't necessarily recommend the 520 set. I'll do a full review on the 300 set that I would possibly recommend in certain situations, but just to answer the question, because I've been getting so many emails and messages, no, I would not buy this. It's an awesome amount of pencils, but if you really want to buy 520 pencils, buy the Brut 520, and I will put a link in the description below to those, and you can watch my review on them. Again, even in that review, I say you don't need this many pencils, because you don't, but if you really are aiming for a big set, I would go with those, which are oily, more predominantly oil-based, while these are more on the wax leaning side. But regardless, I wasn't impressed with the quality, the fact that I'm paying extra for the nastiest performing fluorescent pencils I've ever encountered in my life, and just the fact that it's so many repetitive colors, it's just not worth in the end to me. So I hope this quick little pop on, hey, here's what I think, helped. And like I said, I'll do a full review of their quality using my charts that I normally use and whatnot later. But I just wanted to pop on now because a lot of you have been asking, because there's deals on this 520 set, and you've been asking me if you should upgrade to that from your 300 set. So my answer is no, in my opinion. Always put out that disclaimer. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little pop-on super flash review, and until next time, take care. Bye now.